looking at North Somerset, that should give us a bit more of a summary about the project.
Thank you, Paul. I'm just going to turn my camera off because I think I'm having some bandwidth issues here, but hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great, thanks. So the scoping study in front of you, or certainly in front of me, and I hope in front of you, is a culmination of, as you say, Paul, several months of engagement within a steering group, which represents the Town Council, North Somerset Council business, including those in Old Mill Road and Aberdeen Standard Investments. And the purpose was of this stage one report and study exercise was to collate information and commence some early engagement to start to shape a set of principles to identify a study area and then describe a vision for the future that could serve as a basis for a new plan for the part of Portishead between the High Street and the Marina. And as Paul has said, it's an area of brownfield land in an area with other neighbourhoods sort of connected to it and around it. And this report describes that plan could be a development framework, and I'm happy to describe what that means. So the report looks at specific characteristics and constraints that can be used for shaping that future plan. And it does that by looking at Portishead's history and how it's changed over time, its infrastructure, land ownership, its character, how easy or otherwise it is to move around and to get to. And then it starts to think about how in the future different parts of that study area might come forward, likely in phases, and what that means for the need for strategic infrastructure, for social infrastructure and connections. And I think going through that process, a clear narrative emerged. That analysis was suggesting that notion of connections is really, really important. And you'll see in the report that when it comes to principles and putting forward a vision, that notion of connection is at the heart of that. So better connections to Portishead, particularly through the new rail service, better connections within Portishead, particularly thinking about how the study area can better knit to surrounding neighbourhoods. Better connecting the local economy, particularly within a post-pandemic world of local working and more occasional commuting. And then I think better connections across the study area, which really present a series of opportunities to really